The founder of the Muslim Brotherhood is Hassan ElBanna, but Hassan ElBanna was not an intellectual. I have his entire writings, all together, 300 pages. The major thinker of Islamism in the past and today, because he exists through his books, yeah? Sayyid Qutb. Sayyid Qutb is for Islamism what Karl Marx for communism. Can you imagine communism without Karl Marx? Of course not. Yeah? The major thinking and the major ideology of Islamism rests on the writings of Sayyid Qutb.
Qutb radicalized the discourse not only against Jews, but against the Egyptian regime and in general Muslim regimes, which he considered not religious enough and in fact corrupt and belong to the period of Jahiliyyah, when to the pagan period, and they were they didn't, of course, know anything about Islam and did not follow its rules. Qutb saw the Jews as part of the problem of the Muslims. They symbolized the Jewish or Jewish-Christian tradition or civilization, and both were supposed to be fought against, because he wanted, of course, what he saw in his vision is the return of Islamic civilization the way it was in the first days of Islam. And the Jews were not only part of this civilization, but also its driving force. And in fact, the bearers of all those notions of nationalism, which was just the opposite of what Islam saw as the Muslim grand community. They were the ones with ideas of capitalism, of communism, you name it. I mean, all evil ideas and notions brought to the world were brought by the Jews. And so the Jews became the first target, in addition, of course, to the Muslims, or the Muslim regimes, and the Muslims who do not really adhere to Islam as it should. We had the struggle with the Jews.
He wrote dozens of books, small books, and one of them, a most influential one, is Ma'rakatuna Ma'al Yahud, our battle or our fight with the Jews. And he argues in that book, the Jews are per definition the enemies of Islam, and this from the 7th century on, not recently. He says jihad, this is a new definition. Jihad is a world revolution that liberates the world from the Jews. Yeah? And this is the worst definition of genocidal anti-Semitism. Ma'rakatuna Ma'al Yahud is a basic booklet in the classes of Islamism. So Islamism is not only a violent movement. Islamism is also an educational movement, and part of the educational agenda of Islamism is anti-Semitism, and this book is used as a basic reading. Ma'rakatuna Ma'al Yahud, an evil document of Islamist anti-Semitism.